Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of SevTech Ages here on the CreedCraft server. Thank you for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So today we're going to be doing the Distillation Tower, I think, or hopefully getting on with that anyway. We've got a few things to do first. If we have a look at the Distillation Tower, this is the next progression advancement we need to do. Now that you have extracted oil, build an immersive petroleum distillation tower to process oil into naphtha and diesel, and grab a bucket of each to complete the advancement. If we have a look at the actual distillation tower, however, this thing is huge. It's massive. If we have to just bring all of this up, yeah, it's massive. And almost finished loading. There we go. So that is what we're hopefully going to be building. So we have a look at what it requires. 25 steel scaffolding, 33 steel scaffolding slabs, 17 fluid pipes, 1 redstone engineering block, 4 heavy engineering blocks, and 60 iron sheet metal. Now, a 60 iron sheet metal is the difficult one, and it's moved me to actually get on with something that I probably should have done quite a long time ago, and stop manually processing my ingots into what is it called, the plates, because we can actually do that with a metal press. Now, a metal press is kind of usually the first thing that you build with immersive engineering. However, we skipped that stage and I've been quite happy to process it all down. However, 60 sheet metal, there's 4 plates in every one of them, so that is processing 240 ingots, and then there's a lot of other stuff to go into there as well. So if we have a look at the metal press itself, it's a fairly simple machine. Redstone engineering block, 2 steel scaffolding, 1 piston and 2 conveyor belts. So we actually created some conveyor belts, so if we grab 2 of those out, we've got those already. And this gives you a handy little tick list to say what you're missing. I think over here in this chest there are some pistons in one of these bags. This is all of my Betweenlands and Twilight Forest stuff that I haven't put away yet. No, what am I doing? Kind of lost track of which one's which here. Right, that one, don't need. This one, can't see any in there. This one, can't see any in there. Can't see any in there. May actually need to make a few pistons. Can't see any in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make up a few pistons because I need to get some materials from all the way over there. And yeah, we'll be right back. So here is the piston. I need the octane ingots. And the only other thing I need is the redstone engineering block. So for that I'm going to need a couple more redstone alloy. Get those out, and again for now we can manually do this. Just until we get this up and running. Where was that? There. And one more. And the other thing we're going to need is some iron ingots, or iron plates. So we'll just make these up. What I do like about doing it manually like this is you do get a little bit of XP every time you do it. So I mean, I've got about 7 or 8 levels just doing all of these recipes over the last few episodes. So that is redstone engineering block. That is everything that we need. And I think I am going to do this down in the other area. We are going to need some stuff. Not sure how to pump out onto the actual conveyor belts. I think I'm going to need a few more conveyor belts, so I'll grab all of those. I'm going to need definitely a couple of chests, one for input, one for output. There's 2 there. And do I have any obsidian? How much obsidian do I have? Yes, we do have enough. Good. Let's make a couple of obsidian chests. So we've got plenty of space. And then do I have any hoppers? I think there's a couple of hoppers in, yes, in here. So there's input and output. Now I'm hoping that if we put one of these onto a conveyor belt, that it will actually drop down onto the conveyor belt, if that makes sense. We can test that, I suppose. If we go like that. If we put a something onto there with a chest above it, and we put in, say, more conveyor belts. Yes, excellent, it does. Does it at a fairly fast pace though, so it may be too fast, but it does drop them out. That's wonderful. Just what we want. Let's gather back all of this stuff. And we can go over to the quarry because we're going to need some power for all of this. And we can set this up. So I think just over here will be an okay place to do it. I'm going to place a few blocks here just to give us a bit of a raised platform to make it slightly easier for now. And I'm going to set up a little bit of the infrastructure first. So I want a chest there as the output chest. So we're working backwards. And then I want a hopper going into that chest. And I want a conveyor belt. Actually, no, this is wrong a bit. We take that off again. And we can pull this one up. It's actually here I want that. And the hopper goes on top. Like that. And then the conveyor belt will go like that. Like that. And I think I'm going to want a little bit of a ballast at the back. Not ballast, a block at the back. Just to stop it from heading back over. So if we go like that, that'll mean that everything bunches up at the top there and goes down into the hopper and into the chest, and we can still open the chest. Okay, so now we can actually get on with some of the building of it. We place a steel scaffolding there and steel scaffolding there, with a redstone engineering block in the centre, with all the horrible Z fighting. And we can place in more of these. You press shift on these and you don't move. So it's handy to know whilst you're doing all of this. However, whilst you're in your inventory, of course, doesn't help. Okay, so I'm going to need to place a block on top of this as a scaffolding. So if we do that, we can come down, break that, and put the piston facing down like that. And then it is... what else do we need? It is, oh yes, a light engineering block on the very top. So if we, again, I need a little bit of scaffolding just to be able to get up there. And I've got nothing I really want to use in there. Gather up some of that. There we go. It's a little bit of scaffolding just to get us up there. Place that on the top and then pillar back down. And now we have the metal press. So I think we right click on there or on here or on here. Pretty sure this is right. Those, that, and yeah. Oh, it's a heavy engineering block, okay. So we got that a bit wrong. We actually got heavy engineering blocks here. I thought it was a light engineering block, but no. So heavy engineering block, and then we right click on there, right click on any of them, there we go, right click on the pillar, oh sorry, on the piston. So here we have our metal press. Again, I'm going to need a little bit more in the way of this stuff, just to do the input. We place one there, one here. I want another conveyor. Like that. And then I want a hopper. Well, ideally I wouldn't want it here, but that is quite far to go up. But it'll be okay. We'll place that on there. I wonder if I can actually get to that chest. Yes, I can. That's okay then. So there is our finished. If I can stop being hit by all of this. It looks a bit weird with the floating hopper. Maybe we can do something with that. Put another big bit of slate up there just to encapsulate this a bit. And then that's our output chest. So let's put some stuff in this and see if it all works. I should have in my bag some more iron, which I'm going to need all of this made into... Oh, this isn't going to work, of course. This is all just going to... come back out. I don't need any of that because I actually need the presses to go into it. So yeah, that's another thing we're going to have to do. I'll meet you back over at base with what we need for that. Okay, so here is the recipe for the blueprint for the metal press molds. So if we grab one of those out, we can take that over to the engineer's workbench, take this one out, put this one in, and we can see what we need. So we get to choose between all of these. I think all of these have the same recipe. We have a look here, 5 steel plates and 1 engineer's wire cutters. So we have the engineer's wire cutters in there, so we can place that in. And then we have, I think in here, we've got 6 plates left out of the ones we've got there. And you see I've cut down all of my iron that I've got into ingots as well. And that's not going to be enough to be able to build this thing. So if we place all of these into here, and we then can grab out the mold for the plate. That's what we want. So we just have a look which ones are available. A metal press mold for the plate, for gears, for rods, for bullet casings, for wire, for packing stuff into 2x2. That is things that go into blocks in a 2x2 grid. And packing 3x3, this is for packing into blocks, things that go into a 3x3 grid. So this is stuff like glowstone into glowstone blocks, glowstone dust into glowstone blocks, and this is for things like iron ingots into iron blocks. And then the unpacking then takes the blocks back down into ingots, or, and I think it may do something like the glowstone into glowstone dust. I don't know if it does dust, well, I'm not too sure. We'll have to test it out. But one we're looking for is a metal press mold for the plate. So now we can go over and actually hopefully use this thing if we've set it up all okay. And I've been given an idea for over here. Thank you to Textompo who gave me this idea. Down in the comments if you have any ideas for what I can build around here. Give me a shout out in the comments and we'll see what we can do. So what his idea is, or something which we kind of discussed, was building up this place a bit more and using the top of this whole area here as a wind farm. So we've got our windmill down below, our lonely little windmill down below there. It's a little bit sorry for itself, to be honest with you. So we need to change that a little bit. And these things work better if they're up higher. So at the moment, it's really inefficient doing it as I've done it down there. So if I move these things up to here, clear out some of the trees around all the, over here, and put in something like this. So you've got a battery array with a kinetic generator on the top of it, a kinetic dynamo on the top of it, with windmills, and we can have them standing fairly tall up in the air, and actually create a wind farm around pretty much the entire of this area. I think that would look really cool, and then we can kind of landscape this, or have what I was thinking was maybe somewhere around here actually, having a wooden kind of stair rail going down and then wandering back over here and then back down there, to give it like almost like a fire escape effect, scaffold type thing up to the top here, so we can actually go down, and maybe something like a short drop chute. So if I come over here, I think we might be able to drop into the water down here, so we can come quickly down into the place and then just fly back out. So if we come back over here, we can place the press into, or the plate into the press. That just goes onto there. And now let's just do it with, say, a couple. And I'm standing too close to this thing. I'm just getting them back. So we place 3 in. Is this doing anything? They've come out. Are we getting stuck? Why are they getting stuck? That's not good. Right, let's put some scaffolding up. Just at the back here. That's weird. So why is that like that? That's probably because this isn't actually... is this wired in? No, this isn't actually wired in, that's why. Right, so it's just sitting there waiting to go into it. So we come up onto the top of it, I think, yeah, on the very, very top. I believe I forgot to do this. Of course we don't have them on us. Why would we have the connectors but we need on us? Why on earth would we do that? To do something as sensible as to bring the pieces we actually need over here to be able to complete this thing. Right, back to base. Okay, take 2. I'll hopefully remember to edit out that last part to make myself not look really stupid. So let's place this onto there, like I was always supposed to do. And we can place it onto this relay here. That means I'm going to get electrocuted even more around here as I walk past. But that's okay. And now, is this actually going to work? Right, it's not. Yes, I need a dropper one on here, or I need to just take this conveyor belt off. I think that will do it. So we have our first iron plate. So if we just dump, say, all but a stack into there. Now these are going through, but are they going through too quickly? No, they just kind of bunch up there. That seems okay. It's a little bit laggy, isn't it? Wow. But you can see they are slowly going through now. It's not too bad. Let's wait for a few of these to catch up with themselves, and yeah, we'll see what we want to do. So I wanted to show you the scale of just exactly what we're building here, and kind of what it's going to take to actually build all of this. If we head over to Wandering One's base, we'll be able to see his industrial craft setup here, or is it immersive engineering setup here. So these are the Distillation Towers, and it looks like we're going to need 2 of these in total. There's horrible Z fighting on all of this stuff. But it looks like, yes, you can actually go up and down them. That's really nice. So this is one of the ones where I was hopefully going to get around to doing today. It doesn't look like we are, because it's going to take a lot more resource gathering to be able to do it all. So I'm going to need 2 of these, and I'm going to need all of these different things here, different silos for all of the different liquids. That is these things here, these are silos. And then we will need some of these modular stuff. It's all a modularium that I have been crafting up into ingots, but I haven't managed to put into plates yet. That'll all go through the metal press. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things there. And I think there's another one over here maybe? It looks like 5 different modular engineering building things, a load of different silos, 2 different distillation towers, there's pump jacks here, and then he's got a sand generator, I'm pretty sure anyway. Ah no, thermoelectric generators. Oh, wonderful. We can do something like this. This will be fun to work out. Yeah, liquid starlight, that's very, very cold, and lava is very, very hot. One thing I did find out, liquid starlight is kind of akin to gelid cryophium in its temperature. So if you're using anything like extreme reactors in your pack, and you've also got astral sorcery in there, you can use the liquid starlight within the extreme generator or extreme reactor. As a coolant to cool the entire reactor down, and it's about roughly as good as using gelid cryophium, which is one of the best ones you can use. There's also one from Mechanism, I can't actually show you here, Vapor of Levity, but you have to put that in from the bottom up because it is a gas, or it's a liquid which is lighter than air, so if you put it down on the ground it will put a column straight all the way up. And I haven't worked out yet whether that is better than gelid cryophium or not. But yeah, liquid starlight is on that level, so it's really quite good. So we've got loads of little chests here as well for different stuff. We've got all kinds of different stuff here. There is another one here, modular machinery block, whatever these things are. There's so many different things here. So this is, over the next few episodes, what we are going to be building down in that quarry, down at the bottom of that quarry. So yeah, this is kind of a scale that I want to be doing it on. We've got asphalt concrete here as a base. I do quite like this. I also like the sooty marble from Astral Sorcery, and I like the slate as well. The actual just regular slate is quite nice as well. So I'm showing you this because I want your input into this. This is going to be an ongoing thing over the next few episodes. Probably 6 or 7 episodes to be honest, to get all of this done. That's what I'm aiming for at least. So yeah, let us know what you think build style I should be doing with this. So this press is now almost finished putting down all of these. We've only got about 20 left to go in there, but we're going to need a huge amount more of this, and I think for that reason I am going to stop this here with just doing the metal press today. It's a big thing doing this because now I can actually get a load of different materials very, very easily, whereas before I would have had to have manually done all of these, and it would have taken hours. So now all I need to do, we've got a creeper up there, hello, is gather up a ton more materials. I mean a ton more. I need to get my prospecting gear out. I need to get all of my mining stuff. I need to get pickaxes, and I need to get my grindstone and everything. and properly go on a big mining mission to get as much materials as I can. Lots of copper, lots of iron, lots of redstone, and probably a fair few more things, and blast furnace, a load of iron that I do get into steel, so we've got a load of steel as well. I want to make at least a stack more of these LB capacitors. I want to make about, I don't know, say 15 of these windmills to go around the outside of here, with maybe a stack of these going up about 16, and then we'll have a big kind of battery bank over here somewhere, made out of more of these. We'll try and get up to medium voltage as well. We'll see what we can do with that. Yeah, so I've got a huge amount of resource gathering to do between episodes. Also, one thing I do want to say before we finish today is, over August especially, my event calendar is massively full. I am away over the weekend, 3 weekends out of 4 in August, so I don't have a massive amount of time to record. I'm going to try and record as much as I possibly can, get as much of this done as I can, stay AFK processing all of this as well for as long as I can, and try and get enough resources to be able to record, say, in bulk, 4 or 5 episodes ahead. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment, but I have caught up with myself at the moment. My next festival, or my next event, is tomorrow. I'll be packing the car for that. So yeah, I'm on a very, very limited schedule over the next few weeks. Because of that, there may be a couple of episodes missing. I might not be able to put out an episode every other day. It may be, say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday each week, or I may go to, say, once every 3 days or so. I'll see what I can do. I've just had a lot less time than I thought I would. So I hope you don't mind that. We'll try and get it to a better regular schedule once September hits, and we can catch up with everything then. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.